What's up guys, welcome back to Car Studio, and today's video I'm going to give you a major garage update. It's been a few weeks since I put out a video, and it's been a few months since I put out a garage update, and hopefully this one works out a little bit better than the first one, but that was my first YouTube video. It was terrible. I'm not even going to link it, but let's get right into it. So if you did happen to see the original garage update video, you will remember my 2004 BMW 5 Series. This is my daily driver, and I absolutely love this car. It has been so good to me, so reliable. I have pennies in it, and it's just been a great car. The only thing I've done to it since the last video, of course, was the wheels and coilovers. Those are K-Sport coilovers and Ferrata wheels, and I love the way it made the car look. It actually doesn't ride too bad. I did also get, and I haven't made a video on this, while on vacation I was at a pull apart, or a pick and part, and no, pick and pull. I was at a pick and pull, and I found a parts car that had a beautiful interior in it for my car. And I went and bought some tools, and it took me 2 days basically because I had to figure out how to get the seats to move. But I ended up getting these. Check these out. Now it's messy, but this is my daily. But check these out. So these are the ski pass seats. I think that's what they're called. This folds down, and it's got a bag in it. You can put your skis in. I don't even ski, but you can put like 2x4s in there, I guess. Also, these are also split seats, and they fold down. Which opens up the trunk area so much. I really needed that. Like if I paint a bumper or something, or I'm picking up car parts, I can fold the seats down, slide those in. The front seats are in excellent shape also. Can't believe I found these. Tons of adjustment. That goes forward just like in my E30. This is what I love the most about these seats. For one, it's got like that pillow built into the headrest. Also, look at the very top of the seat. Wrong switch. Look at that. You can adjust just the headrest, and what that does is keep you from leaning your head back. You can really get comfortable in these seats. Also has bolster adjustment, which is so awesome, especially when you turn your car off and on. It like hugs you and then like releases you. I got these for like 140 bucks for all of these seats. Amazing deal. These are like probably $1,200 or $1,500 if you were to get them off of eBay. So that's this car. Again, it's my daily, it's dirty, but it's been such a good car to me. Now, if you were following the powerstroke build, it is coming along, and it is actually drivable now. This ended up taking way longer than the original 2 weeks I had planned on, and like I said, I got impatient. I put it together. I said, you know, I can work on it a little bit at a time while I'm driving it. Especially that Nardo gray is a really close match to this primer. In hindsight, I should have added a little bit of black toner to the primer, or just black base coat. And that would have made it match that Nardo gray better. But now I can work on the bed, finish the body work, and just primer it every day, the spots I'm working on, and no one will you know, even know. The body, the cab turned out excellent. I'm very happy with the way the paint turned out on this. It hasn't been buffed or anything yet. And this thing needed a lot of body work. It's in here right now because like most Powerstrokes, the brake calipers were sticking. So you can see this one right here is toast. I thought I had fixed them because I replaced one of the other calipers, but it was my driver front that was sticking, and also the passenger side a little bit, but I've already fixed it. So I'm doing new brake hoses and calipers, and you know, greasing everything up real good, and you know, it should be good to go after that. But the truck actually doesn't drive bad. I think the VGT is sticking inside the turbo, so I've got another turbo for it we're gonna throw on it. But man, this truck, I love it so far. It's turned out great. I think it's gonna be a really good truck. It seems to be pretty reliable. And now on to the most famous car on the channel, the E30. And as you can see, it's been very neglected. I've had zero time to do anything with this car, much less, you know, do anything with YouTube. But that's going to change here in a couple weeks. Things are starting to slow down a little bit, I think. We're getting caught up in my other business, and I'll be back on a 1 to 2 video a week schedule. But yeah, nothing's changed on this car. I literally haven't touched it. It just sits here and collects dust, and we do start it and move it from time to time. But that's about it. If you're new to the channel, this is my 87 325 IS, and it has a eBay turbo kit and no tune besides what little bit I could do with spark plugs and such, and the AFM and injectors, and it actually runs really good. Super reliable car. This motor is on its last leg, so I do have a spare motor over here, a couple actually. That motor's had low oil pressure and a valve tick for over a year now. It shows no sign of giving up, but there's a lot of metal shavings in the oil changes, and like I said, no oil pressure, but it's still performing. It doesn't smoke, and it still pulls hard, so I've just been kind of running it. But before summer hits too hard, probably in the next month or two, I'd like to swap out that motor and do that Mega Squirt 2 ECU on it, and get it tuned. So let me show you that motor real quick. So here's a spare motor that came out of a really clean sedan. There's a picture of it. I bought the car for cheap, repainted it, cleaned it up, did a little bit of work to it. Sold it to a friend of mine, and the transmission went out, and he just parted the car out. It was an automatic. But the fact that it's an automatic, that should be a very good engine that hasn't been stressed too much throughout its life like a manual would be. So over here to the boat. I did a video on this, pulling the engine, I don't know, a few weeks ago, maybe longer, probably longer. And the engine, climb up here one time. So we did a video, we pulled the engine out. It only took 2 hours, very easy to do, and it's been sitting here ever since. This boat, just something to keep in the river at my house, you know, hop on for evening cruises, whatever. I got a good deal on it, and if you missed the video, it's right up top here. And yeah, I've got a 350 roller motor for it, and it is done. I'm just waiting on a carb intake for it. Next weekend we should have that thing ready for a water test, and I'm excited for it because boat, as small as it is, with a 350 Vortec, it should run like 55 miles an hour. Also, it has a nice 21 pitch stainless prop. That helps too. So yeah, I'm shooting for 55 miles an hour. It's not quite as fast as my last 75 mile per hour boat, but it'll get me down the river. And speaking of boats and boat docks, I got a video coming out probably in the next couple weeks of my getting my boat dock. I'm getting the pilings installed in the ground, and well, in the river, and I will be finishing building my boat dock and installing it. I'm gonna do a cool video on that. That's a pretty cool process. They bring a barge in, and they've got like a, I think it's like a crane, the big tamper that like smashes the pilings down into the ground. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, what else? The white F30 BMW, I did start parting it out, and I'm really close to breaking even on that car, which is good because I never lose money on cars I flip. And that one wasn't a flip. It was going to be, but ended up needing an engine if you remember, and it wasn't worth putting a motor in. So anyways, I'm gonna break even on that. Half the front end's gone. Here's a picture of it. Yeah, and we're working on that. My gray 335 F30, it is still sitting in my driveway at the house. Have done absolutely nothing to it, and don't plan on it anytime soon. It needs an engine, about 4 or 5 grand. I've got tons of money going out with all these projects, and it's just kind of on the back burner. Maybe later this summer we'll do a motor swap on it, because it is a really nice and cool car that I'd like to get on the road. And let me show you a couple vehicles that I haven't had on the channel yet, but will be on in the future. So this is my 66 Volkswagen Beetle, and I picked it up just randomly. It was on Facebook Marketplace. They're getting harder to find. I got a good deal on it, and as crusty as this thing looks, it's actually in really good shape. The body is super solid. It doesn't need much work on the body. I think I'm going to leave this red. It's not original, but it still has some nice patina to it, so I'm probably going to leave this red. The only thing I plan on doing to this is pulling the body off, new heater channels, new floor pan. It only needs the driver's side, the passenger side's good, and redo the brake system and the engine, and you know, it should be a cool car to drive. I haven't decided if I'm going to lower it or raise it. Yeah, it's a Flintstone car, but that's an easy fix on bugs. They all do it. The engine, it's just a stock 1500 single port, and it's not locked up, but it also doesn't run. It has a bunch of crankshaft in play, and I don't even know if it's rebuildable, but we're going to pull that out, and if I find a good deal on a used one that's complete and running, I'll probably just do that, because I don't really feel like fooling with it. But yeah, there will be videos on this car soon. I've had a soft spot for Volkswagens, old air-cooled ones. I don't care about the water-cooled ones. And I'm pretty excited for this one, but again, it's just on the back burner. It's probably going to be, I doubt even in the summertime, probably late summer or fall. This car is just a class project with my students. Bought this E30 for the drive shaft basically, and I started parting it out. Not selling parts, just pulling parts off of it to have. So I have the fenders, I have everything off this car. The only thing I bought it for was the drive shaft. My E30 needed a new U-joint in the drive shaft, and you can't buy just a U-joint, you have to buy the whole drive shaft. There's probably ways around it. If you know one, leave it in the comments. I searched on some forums, it wasn't anything worth my time. I bought this car for 250 bucks. My students, it was sitting in here, they were bored, we didn't have any work at the time. I said, well, let's see if that thing runs, and if it does, we'll turn it into a ute. So that's exactly what we did. Got the engine running, and actually sounded like it might be healthy, and we cut the back off of it. And these are my old seats out of my E60 that barely fit in here, but we got those for now because the car didn't have seats. And we're gonna just sheet metal all this in. And my buddy has an old Toyota pickup truck I'm going to cut the back of the cab off of, and then it'll have a sliding back glass and everything. This is going to be a really, really awesome project. Like I said, it's just something me and my students are working on. It won't be done until next year, and I probably won't do like step-by-step video of it, but I'll give updates on it. We haven't touched this thing in months. We've been working on other stuff. If you're following the Corvette, the Forgotten Corvette build, it's still around. I'm doing a finale video on it. That project just got a little bit deeper than I expected, and the finale is going to be awesome though. So look out for that in probably the next few weeks. I got really good news on that car that I'm super excited to show you guys. So a few more weeks I'll have the Corvette video out. Alright guys, back at the garage. My personal shop, I don't know, I'm out of words. Anyways, we're back here. It is like 1 a.m. This is the only time I have to video really, early in the morning or late at night right now. Things have been so chaotic. I've been working 13 hours a day, and that's all going to slow down in a few weeks, and I'll be updating more. I'll be uploading more videos more frequently and on schedule. But there's not really much going on here at the house. Like I mentioned earlier, I still have the 335 F30. It's just sitting in the driveway. I've picked up a couple vehicles here and there and flipped them. I picked up a GMC Envoy. That was an excellent flip. I paid $1,000 for it as a one-owner car, and I sold it for $3,800 in less than a week, and I didn't even clean the car up. It was that clean. I listed it, but I didn't even have to show it to anybody. A friend of mine saw the ad and bought it immediately. And that's pretty much it, guys. I really appreciate you sticking it out with me, and you know, staying subscribed, and you know, waiting for me to upload videos and watching my videos. Really, this channel is doing great, and better than I thought, actually. And I'm up to like 483 subscribers, I think, at the time of this video. And like I said, when I get to 500, I will be starting a course on how to flip cars. It's going to be like a whiteboard course, and it'll be like a series of videos. And I've got tons of experience doing this. I've been doing it for 15 years now, buying and selling cars, and I've done really well with it. And I would love to share that with you guys and show you how easy and fun it is to drive any car you want and make extra cash on the side. So, like, subscribe this video. Leave in the comments if you think I did a little bit better on this garage update than the first one. I don't think I said too many times, but the first video I thought that also, and then I lost count at like 40 or 50. So, I will see you guys very soon.